Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I'm doing a little chatty get ready with me video. I'm using two palettes, the Le Jardin palette from Musée Beauty and the Jupiter Jungle palette from Drench Cosmetics. So we have the garden and the jungle, you know. Yeah, and I just wanted to catch up, do a little bit of a get ready with me because that's kind of about like the level of content that I feel up to filming today, you know. But before we get into the get ready with me, I wanted to share a fundraiser that some of my friends and I are doing, and that is for my lovely friend Thorn. March is their birth month, and we wanted to put together a GoFundMe for their transition. I will be linking all of that down below. If you can donate, please do. If you can share, please share. Thorn is a really amazing artist. They do makeup and photography, and if you look at their Instagram, their work is just absolutely fantastic. They are one of the most creative people that I have ever come across. I love their style. They are beautiful and have very striking makeup styles, and I absolutely love that. They're one of the most kind-hearted people I've ever met too. They're very generous and giving with their time and energy, and I can't think of anyone who is more deserving than they are for having a good transition experience. And if you can contribute in any way at all to that this month, please do. They absolutely deserve it. I really want them to have all of the good things. So I will be linking that GoFundMe down below. Give if you can, share with your friends. Please just help us get the word out, and hopefully we'll be able to raise a good amount of money for their transition. So I'll be linking all of that. Thank you for listening to that, and also go check out Thorn's Instagram so you can see more of their artistic work because they really are fantastic. So yeah, that is it for the introduction. I'm also going to be linking that GoFundMe in all of my videos going forward in the month of March. I was going to do that sooner, except for me it takes forever to upload videos because of my internet speed, so anything that I filmed previously has been like weeks and weeks ahead of time because of my internet. So go check that out. And yeah, it's just to get ready with me today. So yeah, let's just get into this look. Okay, so as always, I'm gonna prime my eyes, NYX HD eyeshadow primer. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out, get ready together today, catch up, because I feel like I always do try to get ready with me's, and yet I always have more things to talk about. So I think I'm gonna use like two different palettes, both of which I've been using a lot. I'm gonna use this Musée Beauty Le Jardin palette, and I'm also going to use the Jupiter Jungle from Drench Cosmetics. Look at that packaging, it's beautiful. I want to do like kind of a neutral eye look with like the bright purple from the Musée Beauty palette in the inner corner. I'm gonna begin with Quicksand up here as my transition shade. God, I need to redo my nails. That was gonna be a this morning project, but I was tired, so that's going to be a this evening project. Yeah, so how have y'all been? I've been like off and on, okay and not okay, you know? I think that with like the 1 year anniversary of the virus that must not be named, you know, I think everyone has been kind of hitting a wall. Like I already kind of hit a wall a few months ago, but this last week or two, I've just been like really feeling it. Like I've been having one of those days for a couple weeks. Yeah, and just been kind of like saying to myself, oh, it's gonna get better tomorrow. So I am doing my makeup to kind of kick myself in the ass, maybe, you know, make myself feel better, because yesterday honestly was like rough. I was basically just, I'm filming this on a Tuesday. Monday I was basically on the couch all day just being anxious, you know, and feeling just like so burnt out and anxiety filled. And I think Goose felt that because he was just literally sitting on my lap and like not letting me get up really all day, because I think he felt it and wanted to love on me. He's a very empathetic cat. Also, we figured out that I'm pretty certain he thinks his name is Goo, because that's what he responds to, and the rest with all of his nicknames, you know. But yeah, that's just a side note in all of this. So we figured that out recently, is that he thinks that his name is Goo, and that's what he responds to. So I'm gonna do Callisto on my lid, and then if I need to like make it lighter, I'm gonna use Flash there. But yeah, yesterday was just rough. I eventually got out of it because we were out of a few things. So we ran to Giant together, like me and Case. Sometimes for me, just like getting out, even just a change of position, even if it's like moving from one room to another, you know, that helps so much. And especially with like, you know, Case helped with that. And it kind of gave me a little bit of motivation, because we probably went out to the store at like 5-ish, and we basically just like got some ingredients for dinner, tried some new sodas. I got a watermelon wine that I wanted to try. It was just like at the grocery store on clearance. So I wanted to kind of give that a shot to just like see, because it sounded really good, and it was. Yeah, we kind of did that, and then I came back and I cooked, which for me right now, cooking and baking has actually been super helpful to me. One, because I'm trying to like do a bit of a better job of eating foods that like don't make my stomach hurt, and so kind of reducing my consumption of like takeout and stuff like that, and kind of moving towards, you know, actually cooking all of the recipes that I've been meaning to cook has been very helpful in that regard, in my opinion. But it's also just like improved my mental health. Like I have been baking one thing or another at least once a week, usually twice. And it's usually like if I can't find the energy or the motivation to do anything else, I can kind of always find it to bake something. And it's nice because a lot of my hobbies are like making things related. And I'm gonna use this brush from the e.l.f. Mint Melt collection. I think I'm gonna put lavender down as a base and then violet on top of it. But since a lot of my hobbies are like making things like knitting and all of that, it kind of helps to do something like cooking or baking occasionally, because that to me kind of requires me to get off the couch. Like knitting is something I can literally sit down and do for hours and like not pay attention to like how much time is passing, which I think is good for like relaxation days. But as far as like, you know, I think it's kind of along those same lines as I was talking about earlier with one of the biggest things that helps my anxiety is simply just like changing position, changing rooms, getting up and doing something different instead of just sitting there. Because I can easily despair if I do that. I can fall into a pit if I do that. But if I get up and like, you know, with baking and cooking, you know, you physically have to go into the kitchen. You are standing, which is not great for my knees, you know, but whatever. You know, if it's something I do once or twice a week, it's not too big of a deal to me. That kind of forces me to change perspective and change position, you know, and kind of get out of whatever mindset I had to really focus on something else. So kind of cooking dinner and doing everything like that really did help yesterday. So between like doing that and kind of like trying to do my makeup and stuff today, I think that that is going to help me. So I like how this eye look is turning out too. I think it's going to be pretty simple. I'm not going to do any eyeliner or anything with it. But I am going to like curl my lashes and all of that. Today I do actually have to be a functioning human being and do things. It's like 10:30 now. I have a meeting at 11. Time to do my base, cause I'm all about that base. So I mentioned this in a previous live stream, but I have gotten the first dose of the vaccine, and I'm very happy about that because I was able to get on the list between like one of my jobs. I do work like with the public, another, and then I have like, I'm disabled. And of course with the BMI stuff, which we all know that BMI is bullshit. You know, I think that if it's something that you can use in this case, I think to improve your health and get vaccinated, I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing, especially, you know, with discrimination in the medical community against people with larger bodies. I don't think that's a bad thing. So I got my first dose, not this Sunday, but the Sunday before I got the Pfizer. And I'm supposed to go back on the 28th to get the second dose, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I know that the second dose, I've heard from everyone, is always like more difficult than the first. For me, the first dose wasn't even that bad. So I'm gonna bronze my face. Sunstalker bronzer in Shady Biz. But for me, the first dose wasn't that bad. Like, so pro tip, when you're going to get it, like allow yourself a lot of time when you get there, because like getting all the way from, you know, getting into the building through all of like the checkpoints. It's like going to an airport. It's like going through airport security. So it's gonna take like forever. They were very efficient with me, which I think was really good. I think they were moving everyone through as quickly as they could. But in order to like get through all of the checks and balances and everything, it does take a while. It's not frustrating, it's not bad, it's just long. But fortunately, since I didn't know the exact location that they were doing mine at, I planned on getting there like a million hours early anyway, because that's a fun little function of my anxiety, is that I just get places early in order to make sure that I am not holding anyone up and I'm not late. I think I'm gonna use Flash from here as my highlight today. I think that's gonna be fun. Honestly, so a lot of times I do have trouble with shots because I think something to do with my chronic pain or whatever, when I get shots in like my upper body, like in my arms, half of the flu shots I've ever gotten, I haven't been able to lift my arm for like 3 weeks. Even if I take like painkillers, even if I do all of the right things, even if I like try and move it. And I didn't get that like symptom for the first like couple hours, but kind of as the afternoon went on, my arm just felt like lead. But I was trying to be like very intentional of like, even if I couldn't lift my arm on its own, I would, you know, like pick my arm up on a regular basis, you know, and like try and rub it out. So like do that. That actually went away within like 24 hours for me. That kind of never happens with like flu shots or like anything else I've ever gotten. So, because I barely actually felt the shot when I got it. I didn't have any side effects aside from like a big old heavy arm. So it wasn't that much of an issue. Really just do your best, move your arm. They say not to take painkillers before, but you can take it after. I kind of felt like, okay, if this feeling doesn't go away after like a day, then I'll take some painkillers. But if it's just like, you know, I got it done in my left arm. I am right hand dominant, so that didn't matter too much. So I think I got off pretty lucky, but I know the second round of shots is the little bit more difficult one, but that's okay. You know, I work from home, my hours are flexible. Like I don't have any work that I need to do like the day after my second shot that is like time sensitive or I need to like go out. Now, I want to figure out what lipstick I want to wear because I can't see the one that I want to wear. Okay, I'm gonna use my liquid lipstick in Luna from Menagerie because that's objectively one of my favorite like purpley shades, and I think that'll go nicely with the inner corner highlight. I like my earrings, which by the way I got on clearance at Target. So cute. I also thrifted a bunch of stuff recently, like on Depop, and I need to hold that for y'all because I got some really cute shit. I think my problem with that though is that like half of the stuff that I got were like sweaters and things of that nature, and I love sweaters, and I've really started appreciating a good like funky sweater, but obviously the weather's warming up now, so I won't be able to wear them unless I want to get a heat stroke. But that's beside the point, and y'all will see that hopefully in a future video that I'm gonna try and film. I was gonna try and do that today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I think I'm gonna try and film that like tomorrow or Thursday, depending on the amount of time that I have. Okay, so that was a pretty short get ready with me, but I think it turned out good. I like this look a lot. It makes me happy. I think it's going to kind of help me be a little bit more like a human for the rest of the day, so I think that's pretty nice. I might be able to get a few more things done today than I did yesterday, so it was good, because most of my productivity yesterday, all of the stuff I was doing for work, didn't really happen until like 9 or 10 o'clock that night, because that was around the time that I finally like chilled out and was actually able to function. But yeah, let me know how you're doing. Because I think all of this is hitting everyone pretty hard right now, and make sure to like take care of yourself if you can. I know that self-care is a privilege when community care is a very rare thing, you know, do what you can, but don't feel ashamed if you, for whatever reason, aren't able to take care of yourself, because I know on social media, if you're not self-caring right, it can make you feel pretty bad. But you don't deserve to feel bad in whatever way that you are living your life right now. This sucks for everyone. So anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you had a chillish time doing this look together, or whatever look that you did while I was doing this. So anyway, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see y'all in my next one. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye!